Hey everyone, Dr. Brianne Callanan here. Today we're going to give you an update about what's been going on at the Wildside Wellness, as well as discuss what you can be doing now to optimize your health. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Dr. Brianne Callanan. I'm a naturopathic doctor, founder of the Wildside Wellness, and creator, oh, we have a cat, creator of the Metabolic Reset program, where we help individuals lose 20 to 40 pounds in just 6 weeks by actually not focusing on weight. We focus on hormones and gut health and detoxification and mindset. And once you have all your organ systems in line, things really shift quite quickly, and it's amazing transformation for whoever has been through the metabolic reset. I am also the author of the Amazon bestselling author, Wild and Free, and I'm a mom of two. And what I wanted to give you in terms of an update for the Wildside Wellness, we are not seeing patients in practice, but we are offering virtual telemedicine. The Metabolic Reset is running as usual. And for those of you who set up virtual consultations with me, you know that we run it through a platform called Zoom, or we do it over the phone. So everything is completely as per usual at the Wildside. We also have fully stocked of our supplements. If you need refills, we're happy to ship them to you. And they do come quite quickly with our expedited shipping. So we have everything here to support you the same way as usual. And I wanted to give those of you who don't know me or haven't interacted with the Wildside Wellness before a little bit of an insight into what we do, and then we're going to go into some tips on things that you can be doing from a diet and lifestyle perspective right now to optimize your health, reduce stress, have a really great mindset, and we're all in this together. And the more we can build community and interact, the better we all feel. So any questions that you have, feel free to post them in the comments below. I'm happy to answer them while we're on here live, or at any point in time, if you have health, nutrition related questions, post them in the community group. It's a really great community here, and we're all here to support you. So my passion as a naturopathic doctor is root cause medicine and health optimization. So I'm always looking at why something happened. If you have the symptoms of hormone imbalance or gut dysbiosis or poor gut health or leaky gut or fatigue, I always want to figure out why and what is the root cause. When we can correct the root cause, the symptoms go away and they don't come back, as long as you are consistent with your diet and lifestyle and your supplements continuing moving forward. And I'm also a big proponent of optimal health. I do a lot of lab testing in my practice, and I look at the reference ranges a little bit differently. And this comes back to how I felt and my health journey. I experienced significant fatigue, brain fog. I remember looking at my computer, and there was all these different windows, and I had 20 different tabs open, and I was really having a hard time remembering things. I would try a calendar and then try sticky notes. And that was really unsettling for me with a post-grad degree and a graduate honors degree. To not be able to remember those things was really a red flag for me. And then the last sign was the irritability. Words started flying out of my mouth that I couldn't catch them before they came out, and I didn't recognize the way I was speaking and treating to other people. So those were my red flags, and I went into my family physician and we ran some basic blood work, and of course it came back normal, but I didn't feel normal. So that led me into digging deeper, identifying hormone imbalances, leaky gut, and HPA axis dysfunction or adrenal fatigue. So for someone who was juggling multiple balls at once, go, very type A, recovering perfectionist, it really helped me to get to the root cause of my health issues and optimize the various different organ systems so I can continue to show up and offer my support and deliver my passion to others. And I truly believe when people are well, we can change the world. Everybody in this community is amazingly supportive, and they have a lot of people that they want to support and give their energy to. But when we don't focus on ourselves and we're not feeling our best, then it's really hard to serve the other people that we all want to do. So right now, what I want to talk about is a couple things that you can do, especially during this time. If you're feeling more anxious, feeling more stressed, what can you do in order to get yourself on a healthy eating plan? And it really comes down to stress. And we know that stress or cortisol is not great in terms of our immune system. Anxiety, stress leads to hormone imbalances such as low progesterone, which if you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, irritated 1 to 2 weeks before your cycle, that could be because cortisol really lowers progesterone. And that's our body's response to stress. your body doesn't know if it's stress from what's been going on in the world, and stress with kids, and stress with doing things, stress because you're eating processed foods or inflammatory foods or alcohol or sugar. It can't tell the difference between that and you're running from a bear. And when your body sees this form of stress, it says it's not a good time to reproduce. And progesterone is our pro-gestation hormone, so it helps us to become pregnant. So your body lowers that so that you're not as likely to become pregnant because it's not a good time. Your body says, I don't know what's going on. Is there a bear? Is there a famine? So that could be why as well you don't feel good 2 weeks before your cycle. So maybe some irritability. I just wanted to shut out the world, hide away, didn't want to deal with anything, low energy. And that was, the progesterone was low there. And it's not just about how do we optimize the progesterone levels, but it's about going back to that why, that underlying root cause of the adrenal fatigue or the HPA axis dysfunction. So definitely you want to look at your lifestyle, your mindset, how you're perceiving your stress, but there are key things and nutrients and foods that we can use to support that as well. In addition, sleep is going to be really, really, really important. So the first tip that we want to talk about, if you're on here, say hi, let me know where you're from, let me know how you're doing. Tell me something that you've really enjoyed about the last couple of weeks. I feel like we talk about the negative so much, but we can also take this as an opportunity to possibly slow down. We can take this as an opportunity to identify our thoughts, change the way we interact with people. We have to see the positives in the situation that we're in order to get through it together. So there we are. Yeah, let me know in the comments. I have my phone on now so I can see. Say hi, let me know where you're from, and one positive thing about the self-isolation that you guys are doing. So the very first tip is to hydrate. Our bodies are made up of primarily water, and water is really important for so many different enzymatic reactions, chemical reactions that happen in our body. So try really, really hard to make sure that you're properly hydrated. So many people come in, they're low energy, brain fog, getting headaches, and when we look at what they're drinking, it's all coffee, which is not hydrating your body. So really make sure to hydrate. If you are finding that when you drink excess water, that it just goes right through you, try adding a pinch of sea salts to your water. That's a great source of electrolytes, and that will help pull the water into your cells so it doesn't just go right through you. Cramping, anxiety, constipation, insomnia as well, those can all be signs that you're just not properly hydrated. So start with water. In addition, if you're drinking lots of coffee, caffeine, what it does is it does deplete magnesium. Magnesium is our calming, relaxing mineral. It's important for so many reactions in the body. If you are drinking a lot of coffee and you're not eating whole foods and you don't have a magnesium-rich diet, that again, we could see the same things, the insomnia, the cramping, the anxiety, heightened blood pressure is another one, constipation. So really focus on lowering your caffeine intake, increasing your water, and consider optimizing magnesium in terms of magnesium-rich foods. You can also do Epsom salt baths. 1 to 2 cups in your bath is a great source of magnesium that can be absorbed through the skin. Or I created, it's just over there, the unicorn poop supplement. That's a combination of magnesium bisglycinate, highly absorbed, great for insomnia, anxiety, muscle relaxing, the calming effects, and magnesium bisglycinate for healthy poops. So healthy sleeps, healthy poops, make a happy baby, and adults are not any different. So oftentimes a lot of that can be coming from a magnesium deficiency. So have a look at that. The next tip is we need to rest and digest. You are only going to be able to break down and absorb the key vitamins and minerals from the healthy foods you're eating if you're in that rest and digest state. So you can think of taking a couple deep breaths before your meals, making sure that you're sitting down, not on electronics, chew your food. So many people come in and they're experiencing bloating post meals. And when we really look at how much they're chewing their foods or how quickly they're drinking their smoothies, it's really, really quick. Your first digestive enzyme is secreted in your saliva. That's the amylase that starts to break down the starches and the carbohydrates. If you're not chewing your food, your first phase of digestion is completely missed. Another tip that you can do before your meals is have something bitter. So have a sip of bitter coffee is one. I know I just said to limit coffee, but 1 to 2 cups would be fine depending on your case. Have something bitter. So it could be coffee, it could be lemon water is also bitter, or a lot of cultures will have a salad before their meals, and things like kale or arugula or spinach, they're very bitter. So that starts the digestive process. You have that prior to consuming some of the things that might be harder to digest, like your proteins. You can also add vinegar and potentially olive oil to your salads. Vinegars are also really bitter as well. And you can think of, if you've ever put vinegar right in your mouth or you bit into a lemon, even just thinking about it, you can feel the saliva being produced. And that's where the first phase of digestion starts. So take the time, smell your foods, chew your foods, really, really slow down. You're only going to be able to get the benefit of the healthy foods that you're eating if you're digesting and absorbing those nutrients. Tip number 3, remove inflammatory foods. We know that inflammation is a key underlying factor in a lot of chronic health diseases, whether it's cardiovascular disease, diabetes, obesity, etc. We need to lower inflammation. So remove the foods that are creating inflammation in your bodies. Top offenders I see are sugar and alcohol, gluten, and dairy. So if you can reduce or eliminate those in your diet, it's going to be really helpful for you. In addition, sugar is one that creates ups and downs in your blood glucose, and 50% of anxiety can be triggered by these fluctuations in your blood glucose. So it's really important to keep it stable. And if you ever notice that you're really, really hungry an hour after a meal, you're getting food cravings, you're feeling hangry, it's like I have to eat right now, that's a sign that your blood sugar is not stable. So looking at, is there sugars or processed carbohydrates in your diet that we need to reduce? And this doesn't mean to eliminate everything that tastes sweet. You can still have, my recommendations would be stevia or monk fruit. If you want, if we're just trying to get you off soda or pop, switch to a Zevia. That is a really great fizzy pop. It tastes just like pop, but it's sweetened with stevia, so you don't get the ups and downs in your blood glucose, as well as it doesn't negatively impact your gut health. Smart sweets are, you can get gummy bears and peach rings and redfish. They taste great. Another one to try out. Even better would be using whole foods like berries as your source of sweetness. You could do berries with stevia or monk fruit on top of them with some cinnamon, or apples with stevia cinnamon. Even warmed up tastes really, really good. So those would be my options for you. Even you can get stevia sweetened chocolate. Now, if you are going to be consuming something with natural sugars, whether it's the berries or the chocolate, try to pair that up with your meal so that we are limiting the amount of times that our sugars are going up or our insulin is going up in terms of obtaining a lean, healthy body composition and preventing diabetes. So insulin spikes when we consume foods that contain carbohydrates or sugar, and insulin is a fat storage hormone. So if you can pair that dessert or that sweet treat up with your meal, that's one insulin spike versus dinner, and then before bed is a second one. So try to consider that. The next tip would be, again, going back to balancing your blood sugar. Our meals should be protein, fiber, and a healthy fat base. So half of your meals really aim for dark leafy green vegetables, cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, kale, cauliflower, bok choy. Those are great for eliminating estrogens and toxins from our environment. Those who consume a serving of cruciferous vegetable every day versus once a week are actually 22% less likely to die from all-cause mortality. So I am big on cruciferous vegetables at every meal. Half plate veggies, quarter of your plate of protein, the other quarter, potentially, if you can tolerate carbohydrates, try a gluten-free carbohydrate like a sweet potato, squashes. Those are going to be the best. Beets, carrots. Then you can move into potentially quinoa and rice if you can tolerate that based off of your body. If you're looking for recipes or ideas, we have tons of different recipes under files. We also have an autoimmune plan, autoimmune paleo plan that would all fall into alignment with this, or just Google Pinterest paleo-based recipes. That would be where I would recommend starting with. The other option too, if you're looking for more accountability, more support, we have an immune support Mediterranean plan that I'll put the link in the comments. You just sign up for it. You get shopping lists, you get meal plans, and you get to track. So if you're looking for that accountability, it comes with an app. It's completely free where you can track, and I can see too, which is kind of cool. And the app, what we've done is we've set up daily reminders. So it will remind you to do some meditation. It'll remind you to try intermittent fasting. It'll remind you with positive quotes. So we've spent a lot of time doing that, guys, for you. So if you need some accountability, sign up for the app. It's completely free. There's the option to add on some supplements that I've chosen specifically for immune support, and it's a probiotic. We know that a significant amount of our immune system's in our gut, so it's a probiotic that's in there. Electrolytes for your adrenal glands. The electrolytes contain vitamin C2, which is really nice for right now. So that calming of the nervous system, as well as my favorite multivitamin is in there, hair, skin, and nails, which has zinc, your B vitamins for your energy, N-acetylcysteine, an antioxidant for the lung. So yes, the multivitamin is for hair, skin, and nails, but I don't read the title of the multivitamin. I really look at the ingredients in it, and that one is really great for your hair, skin, immune system, overall health. So you can do the plan, add on the supplements, great. And if you don't want to add the supplements, you don't have to either. It's completely free for you guys. Next tip is gut health. So we sort of alluded to this in terms of the probiotic. Why it's so important to support our gut health is because that's where our immune system rises. That's also where our body produces, a lot of these bacteria produce vitamins and minerals for us, like B12. In addition, serotonin is produced in our gut, our happy hormone, the hormone that regulates appetite. So really focus on gut health. If you don't take a probiotic, try fermented foods. Kimchi, sauerkraut, pickles. Kimchi actually contains lactobacillus, which is just a type of bacteria that produces GABA, calming. So if you are feeling anxious, add a side of kimchi to your meals as an anti-anxiety natural aid. Side note, the hair, skin, and nails, the N-acetylcysteine, the one that I said that's a good antioxidant for the lung, that dose is also anti-anxiety as well. So it's a great all-round product to consider. Next, you can consider bone broth. We have tons of recipes for bone broth. It's really easy to make at home. This is just like your mom or your grandma made chicken noodle soup. So we have the recipes for that. Have bone broth throughout the day. Really, really great source of glutamine that's healing for the gut. If you are stressed, your body is going to be using up glutamine. That's going to be damaging your gut lining, so you can't absorb those key vitamins and minerals from the foods that you eat. Also increasing your risk of bacterial overgrowth, so getting bloating post meals, as well as it definitely, because our gut plays a certain role in our immune system, it affects our immune system, but also our gut plays an important role in our brain neurochemicals. So if your gut's not healthy, your brain, the way you function, the food cravings, the anxiety, that could be playing a role too. Last tip is love your liver. So we talked about cruciferous vegetables and how I'm so passionate about cruciferous vegetables at every meal. Cruciferous vegetables are really great for the liver health, supporting detoxification of hormones as well as toxins, environmental toxins, anything that we put in our body, it does need to go through the liver to be detoxified. So we really want to load up on our liver at this time, reduce alcohol, reduce sugar, and consider something as easy as dandelion, whether it's a dandelion green salad would be a great option, or dandelion root tea, or milk thistle tea. Any of those things will really, really help your liver as well. Castor oil packs, if you've ever heard of those, there's a blog that we can post too in the comments. You just put the castor oil on over your liver, add some heat if you really want to double it up, but that's a great way to reduce inflammation in your liver as well and support it there. So that is what I wanted to chat about today. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope those tips were helpful for you. Again, everything is business as usual. Metabolic reset programs running, your coaching calls are running, appointments are running virtually online as well, and anything that you need in terms of your supplement refills, we have them here, or it's available through our shop, our online shop in Canada or the US. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. If there's anything that I can do to support you, let us know too. Every Thursday, we're also running a Discovering Your Purpose course. So Thursday, 7 p.m., we hop on to talk about a different topic. We talked about limiting beliefs. We talked about personality. We talked about looking at your life timeline for significant events, how you can change your perception to those events to change your behaviors in the future. We also looked at passions and interests, and every Thursday there's a new topic. You don't have to have watched the previous videos to join in the next week. You can absolutely still see benefit from that. And if you're interested in going back and looking at weeks 1, 2, 3, 4, they are all under units in this Facebook group. So that is all for today. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your Friday, and enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your weekend, and make sure to comment one thing that's been really positive about your self-quarantine. I'd love to hear it. Talk soon.